Now we'll definitely be diving into the state policing dialogue and debate, as some will call it, that happened yesterday. Now, the issue of introducing state police into the country's security architecture has continued to divide opinions in Nigeria. This debate of the state police was on the center stage at the national dialogue on state policing that held on Monday yesterday in Abuja. Now, while one side of the argument insists that the country's centralized police system is inadequate to contain the present level of insecurity in the country, the opposing group fears that governors could use it to hunt their opponents. But the Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Egbetokun, has said that instead of creating state police, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and the Federal Road Safety Corps should be merged as a department under the Nigerian Police Force. The Nigerian Police Force said that yearly police recruitment should be increased by at least 30,000 to meet the United Nations requirements. I mean, that meeting the United Nations requirement is saying there should be one police for 4 people, I think. So that is the requirement that he's saying. If there should be a consistent yearly recruitment of 30,000, then, of course, if along the line, that would be achieved. Also, he said, he also called for the increased budgetary allocations to the Nigerian police, effective training of personnel in modern policing to enhance efficiency, and amendment of the constitution for more empowerment and funding of police, which is the lead internal security agency. Egbetokun noted that if state police is established, governors will use it for political or personal gains and undermine human rights and security, adding that bringing state police at the moment will exacerbate ethnic tension in the country. So this is, of course, what we will be diving into. I mean, with all of this knowledge out there, parties from, of course, various parts, but then it's still major stakeholders in the country are putting out their own thoughts out there. So definitely at this point, no thought is, negative. No thought is wrong. Definitely everybody have had time to check, to assimilate, to go through all of this, which is one of the key message that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent. Of course, he was represented by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, who made mention that the major thing that the president seeks is a very thorough, investigation, decision making when it comes to the state police, and it's all about how best you bring out, resolutions for insecurity that the Nigerian nation is facing. So that is what we all want to do. So definitely we want to open the phone line to hear from you what you think is the best way to go, because this is still on the table. Decisions have not been made yet. Everybody is just coming out to say their piece. And we saw how the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, is for saying, no, there should be a creation of state police because it would bring involvement and inclusivity when it comes to local policing. Because there is nobody that would want to protect their own person other than themselves, And also the former head of state, Abdulsalam Abubakar, also is standing for the execution, the bringing of the state policing. But then let's move back to the former president, that's the immediate past president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, who turned his face while he was still in office at that time. He refused of state policing. This is something that has been ongoing. Most times in every administration, they bring it in and then want to hear from people. What do you think? Should this be implemented? But then this has been going back and forth. But then this time around, people are pushing for it, while the Inspector General of Police is saying we are not ready yet. Nigeria is not mature. So let's hear from you or your thoughts on that. All right. Good morning. All right, we lost the first caller. Please go ahead, call us. Let's hear your thoughts on the state policing. What is your take? Do you think that it should be implemented? or do you think that it's something that should just be, averted, should be put on the back seat? Because nobody is saying it's not something that would be good for the nation, but then perhaps, according to the, of course, Inspector General of Police, we are not matured yet. All right, we have a caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and location?
Yes, I think you guys are talking about state policing, isn't it?
Yes, we are. Your name and location, please.
Okay, Halima from
Halima, it's good to have you.
I don't even know who brought about this issue.
Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV because it's interfering with what you're saying?
I'm very sorry. Let me just off it down. I'm doing it now. I've already closed it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead.
I just don't know who brought about this state policing now. Why are people taking us back? I don't think it's necessary these days. We have more important things to deal with. And in Nigeria, we use it to hunt people. For example, the governors will use it to hunt, their opponents. And if you hate somebody, they'll just go there and bribe. They'll look him up. You understand me? Why are people taking us back? We are trying to see if we can go forward, not going backwards. And I think all we need is just recruit more police people, okay? Those ones that, they are planning to put in state, state policing. Gather all of them, slot them into the federal Nigerian policing, then share them all around Nigeria, our state. Okay? I don't think we need state, whatever they call it. It's killing. It's uncalled for, my darling. It's just uncalled for. Please. Let's just not go backwards. We want forward. We want to progress. Okay? Nigeria is dying gradually. Let us just see if we can bring back our peace, our love. Well, I think this is little that I can chop in anyway. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless everyone.
Amen to that. Thank you so much, Halima, for your suggestions. Indeed, it could cause a lot of, chaos for the country. That's also one of the fear of the IGP, saying that it would definitely breathe more tribal wars and unnecessary chaos in the state, and then that power of the governors, using them. But then it might not really take us back, considering the advanced countries would look up to, have state police. But then, yes, I'm sure over there they don't really take advantage of the system to control people. So here there is that fear that it could happen in the states. And with all of this happening, we're yet to even see any of the governors coming out to say, okay, no, put your fears to rest. We're not going to take advantage of that. But then, yeah, we have another caller. Good morning. Good morning. Are you still with us? Okay, I think we lost that call. Definitely, we're going to dive more into all of this happening. Now, one of the major things that the IGP, while he rejected, of course, all of this, he made mention of the worries of why this should not be done. And one of the major things he says was the potential for abuse of power by the governors. All right, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and location?
My name is Honorable Abubakar. I'm calling from Abubakar to Ebonyi State.
Okay, it's good to have you from Benue. Go ahead.
Yeah. The issue of state police should not come now at all. We need a very strong central police with fresh ideas and more recruitment. That is what we need. State police will be a tool in the hands of the governor to oppress people. There will be no opposition in the state anymore. Other political parties, we have to look for something else to do. So that is the issue. State police, no. strengthen the Nigerian police, employ more of the force, send them to trainings, train and train and train. Then we will have the type of police we desire. We have serious security issues in this country today. So we need to have a very strong central police. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in with your take. I mean, most of the things you made mention, the IGP also placed on that. So it's good to know that Nigerians are keeping up with, what needs to be done for the development of the nation. One of the also worries that he has is that the fact that the states do not have the infrastructure they need in order to, of course, help move or grow the state's policing. I mean, we're still fighting for states to pay pensions or salaries, the 30%, the 30,000 minimum wages. So if now they're bringing the state policing, then they might not be able to handle it because they don't really have the infrastructure. That's according to the IGP. And then, yes, of course, based on what the previous caller made mention, the IGP pointed out a lot of things that could be done in order to reform, the police system, saying that currently the problem that they're facing is inadequate infrastructure. Also, there is inadequate funding. There is lack of training and retraining of personnel. It was stated that the barracks that is available, the barracks were built since the colonial era, have not been renovated. All right, let's take a call, then we'll come back and dive more into it. All right, so we lost that call. Let's move on. Also, speaking on the barracks that is built that has not been renovated. Also, they made mention of the impact. It's also they impacted negatively on performance of the personnel. That's mentioned in all of that, saying it definitely caused a negative impact because people are not really motivated to work. And whether we like it or not, even though you're serving your country and you take pride in it, you definitely would need some kind of appreciation. And the appreciation is not like you're asking for a big, recognition. You're just saying, pay me well, motivate me well, let me feel safe. In case if something happened to me, my family should be safe. All right, we have another caller. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we lost that call. Please go ahead, keep on trying the number. I mean, there would be definitely congestion because of the network, but then if you're lucky to get connected, please tone down the volume of your TV or stay away from your TV. Let's talk about a national matter that needs, to be made, a decision that needs to be made sooner rather than later, and the state policing is one of that major thing, considering the insecurity happening in Nigeria. All right, so based on all of that happening, based on all the calculations and the final decision of the IGP is saying Nigeria is not mature yet. Now, it could happen in future, but it's not mature yet. And there's also a suggestion saying they should merge the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps with the Federal Road Safety. I would like to hear your thoughts on that one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's good to have you. Your name and location. Please speak a bit louder.
I'm calling from Kano.
Isa from Kano. It's good to have you. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Yeah. Having a state police has advantage and disadvantage at this period of time. Presently, we have challenges, security challenges here and there. And the rate of police we are having now, the number of policemen we are having now is highly inadequate. So it's better we endorse that state police to assist. It will assist the nation in covering most of the security challenges they are having. One, when you look at the rural areas particularly, it's the indigenous people that know much about the nooks and crannies of such places. If you are having state policing, it will take care of the security of such places. than have this centralized policing system we are having now. It is better we have state police. No, we know that governors may use them, but it could be caught. So it's better we have state policing to cope this serious problems, security challenges we are having in many parts of the nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isa from Kano. Yes, we always said that the both side of argument does not mean the other side is wrong. It just means that we have our own thinking cap on and we're thinking on a broader level on how things work. And it's definitely okay for us to have different thoughts. I mean, that's where how we got into this whole tribal religion issues in the first place, when it's okay for you to have different thoughts and different ideologies. But then yes, a lot of stakeholders have come out to say state policing would definitely help on a more local level. Now, if you're looking at insecurities in the country, major people suffering from insecurity are the rural areas. I mean, the villages, communities that are not secured at all have decided to create vigilante groups themselves. And hence, because of how active, some of these vigilante groups have been, that was what pushed the initiative for state policing. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. It's good to have you. Your name and location.
You're welcome.
Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm Frank from Enugu State.
Okay, right. It's good to have you from Enugu. Go ahead.
I hope we are talking about state policing.
Yes.
Okay. Please, my opinion on this matter is concerning state policing is that they will not use it the way other countries are using it. That's the problem with Nigeria. What we need now is to strengthen our institution. Our institution is weak. Like judiciary is not functional in this country.
You think it's not functioning?
Yeah, it is not functional. And that is why they call to give an order for somebody to be released. And somebody will use his executive yard or executive position to still hear the person back when the court has given a pronouncement or a judgment. For that reason, what we need in this country as it stands is that we need to go back to drawing board. These governors you see, a lot of them spend our funds where it is not necessary, thereby shifting the attention of the people with this insecurity of a thing. Engage youths in a variety of ways. There will be no need for people to venture into insecurity or to start causing trouble. Any person who is idle, who is jobless, will have an opportunity of participating in courtesan, opportunity of being a drunkard, taking illicit drug, being in a place not supposed to be at a particular time. And from that place, before somebody goes into crime or robbery or whatever, he must have taken something that must have induced him to start behaving the way he's not supposed to behave. Under normal circumstances, nobody will be of his normal brain and carry arms to go and fight military, to go and fight police, to go and fight whosoever is the person on the road without a cause. The person must have been under influence, either frustration, or the person might have taken something like either cocaine or whatever, or drug that can motivate the person to start reacting negatively. So these people should help us.
So what do you suggest?
The number of I suggest that more police should be recruited. National police, that is federal police, should be recruited. And this issue of posting of police commissioners should be looked into. If a Fulani police commissioner is posted in Enugu State, and we are having issue of Fulani herdsmen in Enugu, If you call the commissioner, he will not react positively immediately until he confirms whether the people that we want to go and attack is not his own people. And it's affecting us. Commissioners should be posted in South-South, should be from South-South. Those in the North should be posted to North. If you want to destroy a place with insecurity, when they call you for action or reaction based on insecurity, you should relent so that your people will be killed before you now give a marching order. So most of the times, the police always come when the event might have taken place because of that bureaucratic bottleneck in administration.
All right, thank you so much. I mean, you made a valid point. You made a point.
Area command cannot move. DPO cannot move. That's an order from the Commissioner of Police.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your take. I mean, one of the things I would definitely want to clarify is that when it comes to police, one of their training is to remove sentiment and tribalism. So we have to put that out there. And why also the IGP is saying they do not, solicit for the state police, it's because they feel when you are from a particular place, then you get easily attached and emotional, and it takes you out of your job. So hence the reason why you see sometimes people from the north are posted to the south, or the east are posted to the west, not because they want to make sure that somebody is taking advantage of the fact that this person is not from my place to change the narrative, but because they believe people would be definitely selfless. People it's just about doing the right thing. I think that is why that. But then I understand where you're coming from when it's in terms of feeling that something is not really being done. So all you need to do is advocate to the necessary stakeholders. That is why when it comes to police also, they do not stay in a particular place for the longest time. It's all part of making sure that you don't get corrupt, So after a while, you're being reassigned to another state entirely. And I think that has been really helpful. That is why the Inspector General of Police is pushing, saying he's not okay with state police. And I hope I clarify that at least to some extent. So please go ahead, call us and let's hear your thoughts. At the end of the day, it's all about making the country great. It's not about personal issues. It's not about, what you think would favor just one person. It's about the nation in general. We need to get rid of insecurity. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Okay, good morning.
It's good to have you. Your name and location?
My name is Hussein Suleiman Purankano.
Hussein from Kano. It's good to have you. Go ahead.
Yes, the issue of state policy. Even myself, I am not to consider it as more important for Nigerians as today.
Why so?
Because you see, even the politicians, they are selfishness. They are selfishness. If you bring this state police, at times they use it to solve their personal problems. The problem of Nigeria, when there is a problem, we have to see what is the cause of the problem. The problem of this insecurity or the state policy the government wanted to implement. It is not the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is injustice. They are supposed to give justice for all. When you see the Nigerian police, even the funding given to the police is too small. And they require the equipment to solve their working materials. So there is a poor training and so on. And also you see the capacity for those police, even in the western areas, they say one police officer per four people. So even in Nigeria, you see the ratio is different from
Very
that.
much.
So therefore, we have to, and even this minimum wage, the federal government implement for 30 years, so that it's not fully implemented yet. There is more states who are not paying this minimum wage. And when you consider the tertiary institutions, that is the universities, even yearly, almost 3 million they are graduating from the university yearly, and they are staying jobless. You see the graduates who are operating HND or ND, even the masters, they spend 4 years, 7 years without a job. So all this necessitates the situation of insecurity in Nigeria. So therefore, there are supposed to be justice for all. Nigeria is for all the people of Nigeria. There is no for the politicians. The politicians receive even the allowances, even the everything they want in life, the pre-education, even the mobility and anything which is more important for life. The politicians, they have it. That is why there is a competition to become either a senator or a a house rep, or you become a governor. That is a serious competition of that, because that is where the money is. There is no job in Nigeria that you can do to get the money from as a politician they are getting. So the government supposed to look this into consideration, to make Nigerians happy, to give them the security, to be justice for all.
Speaking on security, I wanted to hear your take on that one. Are you approving for the state policing, or you're supporting the IGP?
I'm not approving it. Okay. I'm not approving it because it will not solve the problem. Exactly, it will not solve the problem. Only it creates another problem of the political parties.
Yeah.
And when you consider the judiciary, for the state judiciary, mostly what the governor is looking for, that is what the judiciary we are going to do it.
All right. Thank you so much for calling to share your thoughts. I mean, the debate is still open. It's something that we'll just have to wait and see how that unfolds. But then, yes, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we have an expert, that's also a major stakeholder when it comes to security matters in the country. They'll be dissecting more, unfolding all of this discussion from their own angle. So stay with us.